It has been a spectacular year at Nike for the Dunk line. Dunk Lows, SB Dunk Lows, SB Dunk Low Pros, all of them absolute fire. And to be honest, I can't think of a single misstep. And here we are in October, the 10th month of the year, pushing on into the fourth quarter. And every single dunk that's dropped throughout this year has been fire. Even the simple things, the University Reds, very simple red and white dunk, beautiful sneaker, well received, absolutely on the money. And then we've also had collaborations that have been just incredibly well received, some of them reselling for 4 figures. And I thought their luck had run out. I looked at this shoe today, this Veneer, and I thought, you know what? I know it's a classic. I know it's a an echo of a previous colorway. I know we've been here before, but it just. I think they might have reached the limit of their reach and their grasp when man's grasp exceeds his reach. I think that's a line from one of my favourite movies, The Prestige. I thought maybe they'd gone too far with this one. I thought there was too much going on. But then I had a look at it, looked at it in detail as I do every single day, looking as closely as possible at shoes, looking at the details, finding the real unique points that make each sneaker worth bringing to the channel. And I was like, you know what? They've done it again. They've pulled it off. What I thought was maybe going to be one of the lesser shoes in the 2020 line of dunks is actually going to be right up there with all the others. And I'm going to tell you why today. I almost didn't like this shoe, and then I'll also be telling you why I do actually like it. And I think that the upcoming release of the Nike Dunk Low Veneer is fire. This is a Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker channel. Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker channel des. Mainichi atsuru no de mainichi mite kudasai. And every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today we've got a Dunk Low, and not an SB Dunk Low. Not an SB Dunk Low Pro, just a straight up Dunk Low to bring you guys. And it's a classic, the Veneer. Coming back at us from after many years, lots of people looking forward to it. I know there's a lot of hype behind the shoe, but like I said, I looked at it critically, not because of the hype, not because of the story, the history, or anything like that. I didn't look at any of that. I just looked at the shoe itself, and my judgment on it was like, I'm going to go with subpar for this one. But then looking at the details, going a bit deeper on it, really taking it apart, looking at that 4th color, which is extremely unusual in dunks. Usually it's 3 colors or 2, but in the case of these guys, there's a 4th color kicking around in there, which elevates it above as well. And then the materials, and I was just like, dang it. In a way I wanted to be able to pick the shoe apart and say, no, this isn't a good looking shoe, but I can't, because it is a good looking shoe, and there's a lot in there and a lot of stuff that I really like, and a couple of details that maybe people aren't aware of and haven't actually sort of found out or been made aware of or seen. So we're going to get into all that today. So first things first, let's take a look at the materials that make this guy up. And I am saying materials, and that's a really big point. I'm not saying material. I think most people think of this shoe as being just a suede shoe, one material, but it turns out there's a bit more going on in there. And what I want to do first and foremost is maybe go up to the tongue. I think I have a particular shot of the tongue that gives us a real sense of the suede that's going on in there and the quality in the materials. But then as you travel the length of the shoe, the suede, if we stop around about the midfoot and you see the 3 colors going on there, purple, brown and green, and the suede in there. Now there's a lot to talk about. It doesn't seem like it, but there's a lot to talk about in there. Because there is a kind of feel of Halloween colors in this, and because it is going to be dropping on November 5th, just after Halloween, there maybe is that kind of Halloween autumn kind of feel to it, a seasonal feel to the shoe, even though it isn't an actual Halloween shoe. But then also you've got the colors in there. Now the colors are really important because there's a base of brown on these guys. On the toe box you've got the base sort of panel on there in brown, and then the midfoot in brown. And what interests me the most, I don't know if it's the most, but a lot, is that these guys are in suede. The toe box in suede, the brown there, and then the midfoot there. But then when you come back towards the ankle, we kind of transition into mesh and nylon materials. And I think a lot of people are kind of assuming that that brown up on the ankle there is actually also going to be in suede, but no. And that makes sense. It has to be a bit more durable and last a bit longer because of the wear that will get with putting your foot in and out of the shoe and the damage that could be caused there. So it makes sense to put a more durable material up there. And I think I'm right in saying that the tongue as well is a place where we see the suede is traded out for mesh / nylon. And if we go up to the tongue and have a look on there, you can see those three colours again, the sort of brown base of the tongue, the green branding panel on there, and then a very simple Nike swoosh branding in purple. So they're the three sort of standard colours that go in to make this shoe. And you're thinking, yeah, you know, the veneer, the suede, three colours, very nice, but there is that fourth colour, and we want to have a look at that by going over and looking down into the insole and having a close-up look at A, the insole, and B, the sock lining on there, because that's in Volt. I can't describe it in any other way than Volt. Volt is like yellow on steroids. There's just more to it, more power to it than just straight up yellow, and you can see that sock lining on there, and also looking down into the inside, you've got the branding on inside as well, with the insole also in that Volt colour, which is really the only place you see that. It's not like the swoosh or the outsole or the tongue branding or any other place on the shoe has this Volt, and that's what I mean about it being kind of unusual. You don't usually see that fourth colour on Dunks. It's usually 3 or 2 colours. So if we go back out and look at the whole shoe, and now you're aware of the sock lining on there, you're thinking, oh, you know what? That is that Volt up there does add an extra dimension to the shoe, that extra bit of pop up there above the browns and the greens and the purple of the rest of the shoe. It's like, you know what? Yeah, actually, that is kind of cool, and I can live with it. First off, I was kind of like, you know, I'm not really comfortable with it, but I actually kind of can live with it. Maybe because the greens and the browns lead into the Volt kind of nice, and they complement each other well. Then going around to the back of the shoes, on Dunk lovers out there will be thrilled to know that that lopsided E is still there because it doesn't quite fit in the branding panel. I don't think they'll ever change that, and even if they do get the technology together to shrink down the lettering so it fits the branding panel, or increase the size of the branding panel so the lettering fits, I don't think they want to. I think they're happy with that little imperfection on the back there. But looking at it for the colorway, you know, that green ankle support that comes down and provides the heel counter and the heel support, and then above that those brown nylons that I was talking about, and on top of that the purple branding panel, and then the stitched in swoosh, not swoosh, Nike branding on there in all caps. Is, you know, it's just a very clean shoe, a very nice shoe, very nice balance of the colours. Generally speaking, I would think that green and purple go well together, but adding brown in there might not be such a good idea, but it actually works on these guys and looks pretty good. And then if we you know what, we'll flip them upside down and have a look at the purple outsole, which has obviously got a whole heap of, you know, deep colouring in it, but it holds together really well because it adds to the rest of the shoe, with the purple outsole complementing the purple swooshes, which then complement the purple laces. Of course, you can change laces, but you can't change swooshes and outsoles. And between the shoe itself and that outsole is the white midsole. I kind of wonder if maybe they could have gone with a different colour than white on there. I think the white might be a little too white on what is a kind of earthy, kind of natural feel to a shoe, whereas the white feels a little bit forced on there, but it's a tiny detail. The rest of the shoe is very nice. It's a great looking shoe. Very, very clean. The suede is beautiful, and the whole history and the story of the shoe. So looking at the whole thing, we're back out looking at the lateral side of the shoe, I think, and showing you that whole thing. You're looking at the colours together, all those points that I kind of hopefully you know, got you guys to look at. The Volt on there, the outsole, the midsole, and you know, I was wrong. You know, when I first said that I wasn't into this shoe, I was like, you know, I don't think it's going to be that big a shoe. It is a big shoe. I think it might be a special as well at SP, so it might actually, you know, really go far. A lot of people coming out and interested in this shoe. So what I thought might have been the first shoe to signify that the Dunk hype and the Dunk sort of era from 2020 is coming to an end, turns out that it's just another great shoe in a line of really awesome shoes across this year from the Dunk line. So a very big yes from me, and I think most people out there will be saying yes too. Okay, it's time for me to chip off. It's Saturday afternoon, little girl's having her afternoon nap, so I'm able to shoot videos, and I do try to shoot 2 videos on a Saturday and give me a little bit of stock to play with, so that if I miss a day during the week, I don't actually lose out. I still haven't missed a single day for well over 600. We might be getting close to 700 days on YouTube, so happy to keep the content coming, and because I do it every single day, it means I get to end the videos in the same way every single time, which is to say that I do this every single day, so you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.